All right, today we're tackling a massive challenge that pretty much every professional association is facing. How do you deliver real value when your members are always on the move? Well, the answer might be simpler than you think. It's mobile learning, and it's all about putting education, literally, right in the palm of their hands.
This right here is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Your members, they're busy professionals. They're juggling work, meetings, travel, family, you name it. So how on earth do you deliver professional development to people who barely have a second to breathe?
Here's the thing. The solution is already in their pockets. A couple years back, a whopping 85% of US adults owned a smartphone. For your members, that device isn't just for calls and emails, it's their command center for work, for connection, and, you guessed it, for learning. You don't need to go find your members. They're already here.
So this brings us to a whole new reality: education on the go. And listen, this isn't just some passing trend. No, this is a fundamental shift in how professionals expect to learn and develop their skills, and it's all driven by their mobile-first lives.
Okay, so what is mobile learning, really? Put simply, it's just delivering educational content through mobile devices. But the magic words here are anytime, anywhere. This whole idea liberates learning from being stuck at a desk on a rigid schedule. It's about fitting into the actual lives your members lead.
And it's so important to get this. This is not just squishing your old e-learning courses onto a tiny screen. Not at all. Traditional e-learning chains you to a desk for these long, scheduled blocks of time. Mobile learning is the complete opposite. It's designed for those in-between moments, the commute, waiting for a meeting, that coffee break, with short, focused, bite-sized content that actually sticks.
There are really three powerful forces that have pushed mobile learning from a nice-to-have feature to an absolute necessity. First, the pandemic threw digital adoption into overdrive. Second, we have entire generations of mobile-native professionals who just expect this as the standard. And third, the data is crystal clear. It gets real, tangible results.
And that demographic shift, it is a total game changer. A massive 94% of Gen Z, who are your future and current members, are already using their phones to learn things. If you're not offering mobile learning, you're not just missing an opportunity, you're pretty much failing to connect with the next wave of your membership.
So let's get down to brass tacks, the actual, tangible benefits. What kind of impact does mobile learning really have on your members and your association? Well, as you're about to see, it's pretty significant.
First off, completion rates. Because mobile content is way more engaging, you've got videos, quizzes, interactive stuff, and just plain easier to get to, members are so much more likely to actually finish their courses. They can squeeze in a 10-minute lesson anytime, which makes progress feel constant and, achievable.
And get this, not only do more people finish, but they finish faster. On average, learners using mobile training complete their courses 45% more quickly. That's huge. It just brilliantly shows how mobile learning respects your members' most valuable asset, their time. It's efficient, it's effective, and it's honestly empowering.
And that speed isn't just about efficiency. It translates directly into better performance on the job. Research shows a 43% improvement in productivity for folks who use mobile training. And that makes perfect sense, because they can access just-in-time learning, pulling up a skill or piece of info right when they need it most.
So when you put all these benefits together, the value is just undeniable. You're empowering members to turn their downtime into productive learning time. You're using focused micro-lessons that actually improve retention. You're delivering personalized content that they actually care about. And with every single interaction, you're strengthening their connection to your association. Okay, theory is great, but let's look at a real-world example of this in action. The Society of Cannabis Clinicians, or SCC, is a perfect case study of how to do this right and see incredible success.
So the SEC saw that their members, we're talking busy doctors and nurses, needed to stay on top of a super fast-changing field, but they just didn't have the time for traditional training. So they launched On Demand, a mobile platform with these short, expert-led courses. And the result? Clinicians could upskill on their phones, which directly led to better, more informed patient care. It's just a powerful story of problem, action, and outcome.
So, how can your association do the same thing? Let's shift from the what and the why to the how, with a clear, practical roadmap to get you started on your own mobile learning journey. Here it is, a 5-step plan. First, choose a platform that's actually built for mobile. That seamless experience is key. Second, design content that's short and visual, because nobody wants to read a textbook on their phone.
Third, integrate it into their daily life with things like smart notifications. Fourth, personalize the journey with learning tracks that matter to them. And finally, you have to promote it and support it, because even the best tool is useless if nobody knows it exists.
And when you're designing that content, remember these rules of thumb. Chop up those long courses into 5 to 15-minute micro-lessons. Swap out those giant walls of text for things like infographics or swipeable slides. Throw in interactive quizzes and flashcards. And above all, make it incredibly easy to navigate. The user experience on mobile is everything.
Okay, let's bring this all together. Implementing mobile learning isn't just about adopting a new technology, it's about fostering a whole new culture. One where learning is continuous, it's accessible, and it's just woven into the fabric of your members' professional lives. You know, this quote from an association leader just says it all perfectly. It's about empowering your members, giving them the tools to succeed by letting them learn on their own terms. It's a shift to a truly member-centric way of thinking about education.
Ultimately, it really comes down to this. Investing in a mobile learning strategy isn't about buying a new piece of tech. It's a direct and powerful investment in the success, the growth, and the careers of the members you serve.
And that leaves us with one final thought. Your members are already on the move, with a world of information in their hands. The real question is your association ready to meet them there? Thanks for tuning in.